Hey, I'm Amadil Yakbar. Welcome to Personal Branding for Real People from Knowable. Personal branding is one of the most powerful tools to accelerating your career. Some of you already know that, and you're ready to start. If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. But I also know that some of you are skeptics. You're wondering why you even need a personal brand. It's kind of self-promotional and icky. Well, here's the thing. You might think you don't need a personal brand, but the truth is, you already have one. Everyone does.
Your personal brand is how people describe you, what people say about you.
That's Dory Clark, a consultant and coach you'll be hearing from throughout this course.
One of the biggest mistakes about personal branding is many people are resistant even to the concept, even to engaging in talking about personal branding, because they assume that really it's just a form of bragging about yourself. And people say, well, I'm not like that. I let my work speak for itself. But of course, that's not really what personal branding is. Personal brand fundamentally is nothing more and nothing less than your reputation. And that's something that really all of us should care about. How do people think about you? That's actually a pretty important question.
You see, your personal brand is already affecting your opportunities in work. Think of a person you work with who you admire. How would you describe them in 3 words? Maybe they're charismatic, smart, capable. They can turn any moment into a win. And then take a moment to think about how you'd like to be described. Do people actually describe you that way? If not, then you may benefit from a little makeover on your personal brand. I'm Amadil Yakbar. I'm a writer and podcast host whose work can be seen on BuzzFeed, Netflix, Food and Wine, Bon Appetit, and more. I'm a huge advocate for the internet's ability to elevate your career and your brand. I know because it changed mine. So, I always wanted to be a writer and thinker on American Muslims, which is my beat. So I did what many people who don't know how to achieve their goals do. I went to grad school. I ultimately left Harvard Divinity School with 2 markers of success: a master's degree and a popular image blog on Tumblr called Rad Brown Dads. Take a guess which one got me hired at BuzzFeed and led me to a career with recognition in my field of choice. It wasn't the master's degree. It was the Tumblr, the tweets, the writing, and the podcast. And it did it in the quarter of the time an academic degree would have taken me. My podcast and video series, See Something, Say Something, has amassed millions of listeners and views and carved out a niche in the internet that is fully me. That's the power of personal branding and creating content on the internet. And that's why I'm so excited to discuss this topic with you. Because 10, 20 years ago, building a career as a voicey journalist covering American Muslims was an incredibly difficult, small niche, basically impossible. But the internet and smart management of my personal brand flattened the field. Now I'm invited on podcasts, panels, TV news, and more to speak on my area of expertise. During a time when whole industries are shifting to work from home, your reputation and your brand is pretty much everything. I mean, you might not need to wear pants anymore, but you do need to look good on LinkedIn. Personal branding matters. Here is why. 85% of US recruiters and HR professionals say that an employee's online reputation, basically the most digestible form of your personal brand, influences their hiring decisions at least to some extent, and nearly half of them say it influences them greatly. And to be honest, as someone who has shifted to freelance and work from home, it's amazing the amount of opportunities that come my way through my Twitter account and networking in my industry. That's because people know exactly where to find me in the digital world. But enough about me. Here's the good news for you. You have more tools than ever to take control of your personal brand, no matter what industry you're in. And it starts with building yourself a digital home with solid foundations.
If you hear, oh, hey, your new teammate is so-and-so, they're going to be starting on Monday, probably the first thing that you're going to do is Google them and say, oh, well, what's this guy's deal? Let me check him out. As they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And so you are setting the tenor of your future interactions with people by what they find about you online.
And what will they find about you online? For me, when they Google Ahmed Ali Akbar, at the very top, they're actually probably going to find the very famous and very handsome Ahmed Ali Akbar from Pakistani daytime TV and movies. Not me, of course. Second hit down the page, they'll find my Twitter account, Rad Brown Dads, which truly is my internet headquarters, someplace I post every single day. My name is actually pretty common, so in a way, Rad Brown Dads, that old blog, has become my online brand and a way of distinguishing myself from other famous Ahmeds, Alis, and Akbars. Actually, almost no one has ever recognized me as Ahmed Ali Akbar. It's always, hey, aren't you Rad Brown Dads? Or see something, say something. It's kind of funny, but it's evidence that people know my brand because I've reliably been known as the Rad Brown Dads of Twitter and Tumblr for over half a decade. My goal at the end of this course is for you to have the tools to be known as well, whether it's in your own field or outside it. If you're just starting out in your industry and you want to expand your online network, this is for you. If you already have a career but know you could get to the next level with a bigger online presence, this is for you. In this course, you'll hear from somebody I think is truly amazing, personal branding consultant and coach, Dory Clark. She'll explain personal branding basics and we'll eavesdrop on some of her live coaching sessions with people just like you, looking to take the next step. And then we're going to teach you how to start making content that expands your reach and opportunities. So, let's get building.